Give me your honest opinion. Is this the best computer monitor or what? It is the Samsung Odyssey G9 G91SD. It is the entry-level OLED ultra-wide 49-inch monitor from Samsung, and in this video I'm gonna review it for you. You see here that I already connected it to my Windows 11 PC and to my MacBook Air M1 computer, and it is acting as a native dual monitor. So let me start first by telling you about its specifications. So while telling you about the specifications, I'm gonna remove the protective film. So this monitor has 1800 CR, it is 5120 x 1440p, and it can be divided as two 27-inch monitors. As you see, it has HDMI input 2.1, and it has also DP input 1.4 and micro HDMI input, that is 2.1. It has also one USB-C upstream and two downstream, and the refresh rate is 144 Hz, and this is the biggest difference between this monitor and the 93SD and the 95SD, because the other two have a refresh rate of 240 Hz. Now the 95SD has on top of the 93SD and this one the Tizen operating system, so it acts also as a smart TV. Now you can see all the specifications on the screen, but the most important ones is that it has a 0.03 millisecond response time, which is very good. It is VESA certified HDR10+. It has a contrast of 1,000,000:1 and an aspect ratio of 32/9, and it is height adjustable, and it is also tilt adjustable. It doesn't swivel, and it has a 3.5mm audio jack output. So now I want to show you how you can get the best out of this monitor. To get the best out of it, you need to install the Samsung Display Manager software. If you're using Windows, you can find it on the Microsoft Store, and of course you need to have your graphics card drivers up to date. So start Samsung Display Manager, and when it starts, you need to check the resolution that it is optimum. So it is 5120 x 1440. As you see here, it is correct, and the refresh rate is the highest it can go. So it is here approximately 144. Now, if it's not correct here, you need to click on Display Setup and adjust it in Windows. And the other thing you need to do here to get the best picture quality is to change the picture mode. By default, it comes on original, and you have many settings for picture mode. For instance, you have sports and so on and so forth. For me, after I tried everything, and also my son tried everything, we found out that the graphic mode is the best one. It will give you the best picture quality while maintaining accurate colors. Now, I wanted also to show you how you can adjust the picture-in-picture and picture-by-picture in the Samsung software. So let's click on picture-in-picture. The first thing you need to do is you need to enable it. And when you enable it, you need to be patient, because the monitor is gonna change its configuration, and it goes and it reads the configuration from Windows, and this might take some time. So now it is enabled, and it is picture-in-picture. So you can choose here which input you want. And for it to be functional, you need to connect two graphics outputs of your PC to the monitor. So here I connected the display port of my Windows PC. By the way, I have an RTX 5060 Ti 16GB, and also I connected the HDMI from my PC to the monitor. And you can change which one you want here. So here it is picture-in-picture, and you can like move it like you want, and it's gonna move. And if you want to put them side by side, you need to choose picture-by-picture. And by the way, while it is adjusting the picture quality, all these settings that you see in the Samsung Display Manager, you can also access them in the menu of the screen, but it is much easier if you do it with Samsung Display Manager. So here you can access all the settings you want to do all the things here that you're seeing. So see how it takes time to readjust and to read the configuration of the displays. And here it is picture by picture. And now you have like two completely different monitors here that are really very nicely stitched together. So let me show you how Windows will see it. So see here that Windows saw two screens, and the resolution of each screen is QHD, as you see. So this is the second one, it is also QHD. And of course you can change, for instance, the scaling of the screen, and this way you have a screen that is scaled smaller than the other one, and so on and so forth. So this is really very, very convenient for this monitor. Just before doing the gaming test, I wanted to show you how to optimize the screen for gaming. So here I'm doing it for my NVIDIA graphics card. You can also do it for AMD by performing the equivalent instructions. So in the Samsung Display Manager, first you need to go to Game, and then make sure that Adaptive Sync is turned on, and then you need to open NVIDIA app, or of course AMD Adrenalin if you have an AMD GPU. And under System, you need to go to G-Sync, and by default it is on full screen, and you see here that it detects the two screens. So we need to select each screen and then put it on, but we need to change full screen to full screen and windowed. So this way, if you're playing also a game in window, it will benefit from G-Sync. So here select full screen and windowed, and then click apply, and do the same for screen 2. So now the first game I want to test is the F1 25 racing simulation. So this is F1 25, and you notice how the game is taking the full screen and it's not elongated, and the field of view is really very good in this game. Of course, I had to put the graphics of the game to 5120 x 1440p to get this screen. And the action is really smooth, and there are no tearing anywhere, and the colors are vibrant, and the blacks are really black. So this is the Cyberpunk game, and you notice that on the sides it is a little bit stretched, maybe a little bit more than the racing game, but nevertheless the screen is very nice and the colors are really excellent. And here you see the true value of the OLED screen, because it lights up pixel by pixel, so the dark and the light colors are really separated. So now I'm showing you the screen when it is turned off, because older OLED screens had a magenta effect here, so the black, it is a little bit reddish, but not this one. Look how it is really very dark black. What I still want to show you is how I connected my MacBook Air M1 to this screen, even though this screen doesn't have a USB-C DisplayPort input. So I used simply this cable that is USB-C to HDMI. So this cable, you can find it on Amazon, you can find it also elsewhere, and make sure to get a very good quality cable so that it can support the resolution. Now at the end, I want to tell you what I like and what I don't like in this monitor. I like the fact that it is affordable for an OLED monitor. It is really very good. It has very nice display for gaming and also for productivity, and you can divide it any way you want. Now what I don't like too much about it is that it has a little bit of a big bezel on the bottom here, as you see. So it is a little bit wider than I would have liked. But overall, this is really a very good monitor. If you want to check it out, I'm going to leave an Amazon affiliate link in the description. If you make a purchase using my link, I'll gain a small percentage at no cost to you. And this way, you'll be supporting me. And if you like my video, please share it, subscribe to my channel, and give this video a thumbs up. I want to thank you all for watching. I'm Eloy from Knowledge Sharing Tech. See you in the next video.